how's it going? Thank you so much for being willing to be a house group's house leader. This is a unique serve at Revision. It's an invite-only one. It's not one that you can check a box in your connection card and sign up for or volunteer for. You are here, you're getting this video because I see in you a high capacity for spiritual leadership. I don't know whether you've ever seen that in yourself, whether that's what you see when you look in the mirror, but I believe you have the ability to do the high intensity spiritual growth, spiritual care, and spiritual leadership that's required of a house group's house leader. This is a job that puts you on the front lines of spiritual development, on the front lines of community development, on the front lines of caring for people and meeting them in the spaces where they have need. This is a role that the Bible would kind of use the words elder and deacon to describe. There's teaching involved, there's leadership involved, there's care involved, and you are the ones who are leading all that. You're in charge of that, and I am incredibly grateful for you and for your willingness to do this. And what I want to do in this video is just highlight the 4 simple things I'm asking you to do every single week. And this is a subjective role. There's a whole lot that goes into it, but I think there are 4 ways we can win every week, 4 simple measurable things, and here they are. The first one is this: take attendance and reach out to everyone who missed group every single week. So number 1, take attendance and reach out to everyone who missed group every single week. We do that because we want, number 1, to know who's there, and we want, number 2, to be able to make sure those who aren't there know that they were missed and know that we care. If we're really going to do community, if we're going to do life and faith together the way we want to do it, if we're going to be loved people who do life with people, which is one of our core values, then we got to know who's there and who's gone. And whenever someone's gone, they need to know that their presence was missed and valuable, and we care. So we take attendance and we reach out to everybody who missed every single week. Number 2, clearly communicate group and church-wide announcements. It's a really simple thing. I send it to you every week, but I need you to clearly communicate group and church-wide announcements. This is a hub of communication. This is a hub of community, and so it's important every single week to make sure everybody in your group is in the loop on group announcements and on church-wide announcements. It's not hard, but it's super important. Number 3, pray with and for anyone who has a need and take steps to address that need, including notifying staff. Okay, that's a mouthful, so I'm going to say it again. Pray with and for anyone who has a need and take steps to address that need, including notifying staff. Now, needs could be simple and needs can be complex. They could be little needs like, hey, I could just use prayer for this interview I got coming up, or they could be big needs like somebody's in the hospital, we need meals, we need help. But whatever those are, you're on the front lines of praying with those people, praying for those people in group, communicating it to the rest of the group when prayer needs are there, and then also taking the first steps to address that need, including notifying our staff. There are some needs that I'm simply not going to know about unless you tell me, and so each week, pray with and pray for, like pray right there and pray later for people who have need, and then start taking the appropriate steps to address that need, including letting me know, letting our staff know if we need to know. And then the 4th simple way to win is this: make your personal spiritual growth a priority. You have to do it. There are all kinds of people that tell you the key to leading people, the key to spiritual leadership is loving people. And that is a key, but it's not the key. The key is loving God. Because you can't love people well, you can't lead people well, you can't care for people well, unless your soul and your heart is growing and in the right place. You cannot lead people to where you haven't been. And so if you're going to do this well, if you're going to take care of people well, if you're going to lead people to growth from where they are to who God created them to be, then you got to be growing. Every single week, you got to make your own personal spiritual growth a priority. So if you do those 4 things, if you take attendance and reach out to everyone who missed every week, if you clearly communicate group and church-wide announcements, if you pray with and for anybody who has a need and take steps to address that need, including notifying staff, and if you make your personal spiritual growth a priority, you can win as a house leader. And I'm going to follow this up with subsequent videos, getting into a little bit more of the why and the how of each one of those steps. But those are 4 easy ways to win in one of the most intense, high-capacity serves we have at Revision. Thank you so much for doing this. Like who we are, the identity of this church, the goal that we have of doing life and faith together in community, the way God created us to do it, could not happen if we didn't have leaders like you on the front lines making it happen. So thank you so much for being a house leader.